Hello, everybody. Hello. And welcome back to episode 5 of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. My name is Anthony,
My name is Andrew.
My name is Spencer.
and a really eventful episode. Let's be frank here. Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah,
One of
all
my
the shits went
favorite,
down.
Yes, one of my favorite episodes of the season. Actually, probably my favorite episode of
Absolutely. I mean, it's the only contender for favorite episode of the season. The rest of the season's been pretty blasé.
Yeah, the amount of drama in here
Oh
was
my- yeah.
phenomenal. The amount of times I was laughing at some of the circumstances
Absolutely.
that we'll get in later.
Yeah.
One in particular that I pointed to Spencer, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened.
Well, it's like I was watching it during work today. Like we got back from skiing like Monday afternoon, and it was just like perfectly just too much before the Bachelor, where I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
We got back at like 5. The Bachelor starts at 8, and we were just like,
There's like,
I was like, I can't do this right now. So I took a nap and took a bunch of muscle relaxers and took a nap instead. Fabulous. I was on a cloud, slept like a baby, woke up this morning, didn't check Twitter at all. I was refusing to go onto the Reality Wagon Twitter until this afternoon when I started to watch the episode, and kicked off right. Yeah, no worries. No, it doesn't matter if you hit my computer or not. It's not hooked up to anything. But kicked off hot start. And listen, I'll be honest. I called it last episode, and I said Anna's going home. Had her in my lost in the shuffle.
Mhm.
She was bound to leave this episode. I could see it in her teeth.
Yep. You all right? And she was the only one kicked off so far in this season that was not through a rose ceremony. And
So
me
far.
and Spencer were debating this.
She got done booted.
Yeah, me and Spencer were debating this. We're like, because I've seen.
You told me they couldn't do that. But you
I
were
said
wrong.
I'd never seen it before because I knew you can leave voluntarily. You can be kicked off by producers, and the rose ceremony you can be kicked off.
What
when you get a
about-
rose.
I said she
what
was
about
outie.
what about Bennett last season?
Bennett last season?
Is-
I thought was technically of his own accord. It wasn't like she was like, get out of here.
Oh no,
You know what I
she
mean?
said Bennett leave.
Was it Bennett leave? I thought it was like the
No, because
choice.
it was Bennett and Noah, and
Yeah.
she's like, one of you guys is not going to stay here. She's like, at least one of you guys is going home.
I thought they decided between themselves that Bennett. Okay,
No.
all right, maybe I'm
No,
misremembering.
that was not an amicable decision. Ergo, Bennett coming back again.
Was he not given a rose? I guess I'm misremembering that. Okay, so
No,
yeah, I have
that
seen it
situation
before.
was like, you two are bickering little children. I'm only keeping one of you. Maybe you two clearly can't figure this out on your own. I'm sending one of you home.
That's
Okay.
what the next episode is going to start with.
And that's
Yes.
that's so funny because I think I actually even have that in the notes here. It's like that's how this episode ends, is with almost that exact same scenario, but
Mhm.
we say adios to Anna. I have given, and I probably will give Matt shit moving forward
Mhm.
for being just so remarkably boring. But I will say that he did a pretty good job at handling that. Listen, I'm giving him credit where it's due. He's a fine guy. He's a man of God, a nice, holy, godly man I can bring home to my parents for sure. But not someone that I want like entertaining me. He's not an entertainer. He doesn't have that flair. He lacks pizzazz.
Yeah, and he's starting to get. Me and Spencer talked about this a little bit today, where we thought like you even said like he wasn't really growing on me, but like this episode, is a little.
Well, he
bit
put his
better.
foot down and told Anna to fuck off,
Yeah,
which was the right thing to do. And he also sort of did the same thing with Victoria in a little bit more of a conceited fashion.
Agreed, and I feel though he's starting it as every bachelor kind of does, is like they get too comfortable, because there's a couple moments in this where it just feels like, because a lot of the girls, as you always say, and the guys last season in the Bachelor I watched, are like, it's weird how every person here is dating the same person, and I'm like competing, but that's the whole show, and he's kind of taken at the point where he's so lax, he's like making out with people while like running off from other one, like the MJ scene.
Dude, that was fucking hilarious, bro.
I love that because she's like, oh, well, this is
Getting
awkward.
that from two different angles was so funny.
Great
was-
camera work.
Strange.
Like it was so weird, and it was funny when he walked out and the rain immediately started, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, that is some great TV.
That's a mise en scène
What's that
right
sound?
there.
Don't do that.
It's a fun sound.
It was the springs.
I can hear it in the mic. Don't
I was
do it.
wondering. I'm like,
I was like, it sounded like War of the Worlds, like when the aliens drop in, and I was like, are we being attacked again? Stop, dude.
No,
Stop.
no,
I
no,
mean,
no,
stop.
no,
Because I can't edit that shit out either. It's just whatever.
But that was probably my favorite. One of my favorite scenes of the episode.
Yeah. No, that was wicked funny. I forget what I was about to just say about that. I think Matt has a new nickname.
What is it?
I'm gonna start calling him the Garbageman
Why is that?
The garbage.
because he's been taking out the trash.
Yeah.
He's
Agreed.
getting her.
He,
Dawn.
yeah. He got rid of Anna right off the bat. He's like, you can't go calling people hookers. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
Not in my house.
And you know what? She took it to the chin. She took it well. You know.
Not in my house.
She went away when she was going away.
What do you mean she took it well? She lied about it for like 5 minutes, and then he was like, "Outie."
No, but
and
whenever
she
She was
left.
so loud. Are we really loud?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I think I just had my shit. Say something again. Other words.
I was gonna say that Anna took it well, and that when she was in her car ride, she's like, I understand him not wanting to be there, like not wanting to have a person like me.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like those words. Those are good words.
Those are good words. Thank you. I take pride in my words.
All
Yeah.
three of the people that are caught up in this little like treating everybody like shit scandal, as it were, they just like lie through their teeth. I mean, it's because they know they're wrong and they know they're fucked. So
I mean, well, two of them got off. I mean, the roast number was in the first 20, 30 minutes.
yeah, two of them are outie.
Anna
The other
got out
one's
of there.
about to be outie.
Victoria got out of there, and then the three other people. I think it was Mary, Catalina,
Mary. Oh, Mari.
Mari. My bad. Mari, Catalina, and who was the third one? It was someone I think no one.
Lauren?
Of us. Oh yeah, actually no, I did have her.
So
there.
we said bye to 5 people total. Lauren, Anna, Catalina, Mari, Victoria.
You're right. Okay, yeah, 4 in the rose ceremony, 1 being just kicked off
Mhm.
by Matt. So
Voted.
So two of the problem people in the house have gone. We're now figuring out whether MJ or the other one, I can't remember her name,
Jasenia.
Jasenia. One of them is probably gonna go home, if not both, based on the ending. I loved that final shot of them bringing the suitcases.
Dude, that was so funny.
Because I don't know, like, it was just so, like, I don't know, so funny to me. Just like, all right, yes, that's right, we're going to battle for this. And then they get in the car silent. The second they get in the house, they just start bickering and arguing. And it was like, yeah, it was Bennett and Noah all over again.
The funniest part of that scene when they were bickering on the couch aside from each other was that they were both like fine, okay, whatever. And then they both stopped and they're like, I don't have anything more to say to you. And then it stopped for like a perfect amount of pause time.
Mm-hmm.
Like an absolutely perfect amount of time, and just goes, and another thing, and they went right back into it again. And like the fact that they had stopped for as long as they did, and just like looked at each other, and they were just like, I have nothing else to. There's nothing else to say, and Matt still isn't here, so let's keep this fight train going.
It's like whenever you're in improv and the people that you're looking to the side,
And
your
then what
stage
happened?
manager,
Yep.
and your
And
stage
then
manager's
what
like,
happened?
actually, our guy's not ready.
Yeah,
Keep going.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
going. They're like, and
You're like, and I have time to fill. And how about that airplane food? Like,
I loved that scene so much, and I'm kind of happy they're getting rid of a lot of the drama people now, because I mean, there's definitely gonna be more drama now. But the fact like it went off like 3.5 weeks of Victoria, I'm glad that she's gone now. You know, she's kind of run her course in my head as like the villain of the show. I'm looking forward to the next one. You know, whoever that may be.
I mean, I think it's MJ.
I mean, yeah, that's if she stays. You know,
And like MJ's growing on me a lot for the obvious reason is that she's showing serious crazy tendencies.
Mhm.
She's more of an asshole than crazy.
She's perfect. She's hot too. She's undeniably very hot.
agreed.
But it's just something where it's like I don't know how she digs herself out of this one.
I mean, there's really no way. You know, I mean, Jasenia would just have to mess up in front of.
Jasenia,
Like-
the thing is, like, Jasenia's not even doing anything wrong.
No, but the
Like,
way
She's just telling the truth.
she's just bickering.
yeah, but Matt could see it a different way. You know, I mean, why not? Why take both of them when if he already knew MJ was a problem? You know,
Fair point.
We're not getting it from his perspective.
Fair point.
Yeah, we'll see what he has to say next week.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was Victoria lost her shit.
Surprise.
She went full on damage control.
yes.
She was going to like every single girl in the house and being like, it was a joke. Like, it was clearly a joke. Like, we're friends, right? And to like every single girl that was there. And It didn't work.
No, it did not.
Did not work.
I think the other favorite thing was the cuts between Victoria and the rose ceremony.
Yep.
Whenever she's like, I know everyone's going to miss me. And then, like, every single cut was just a new sentence of, like, her just speaking about her importance to us. And, like, they're cheering afterwards. And she's like, I will never date another Matt again. Or, like,
well, as soon as she said, I'll never date another Matt, I, kind of, got uncomfortable under the collar. Because I was like, that could mean a lot of things.
yeah.
It's like, I will never date another Matt again. It's like, what do you mean by Matt?
It's like
what do you mean by you people?
Exactly. I'll never date anyone tall again. It's like the Fresh Prince
sure,
thing.
yeah. Tall with a beard, ex-basketball player. But yeah, Victoria is gone, and now the producers need to figure out a new way to spice it up. We got a little bit of Instagram shit this weekend.
No, we did?
Yeah, from some folks out there. Came across our tier list, and they were like, "Oh, I can't believe these people have Rachel in the same tier as Victoria," and blah blah blah. What they didn't know is that how we do this is it's not by where we think they're gonna. It's by two things. It's basically if we think they're gonna win, and if we think they're gonna go home soon.
Yeah.
So I was firmly in the camp that Victoria was probably going to stay around as long as the producers could possibly keep her around. And I think they probably hit their limit, and they're like, she doesn't fit the story anymore.
Yeah.
If the story is a complete reconciliation and a purging of all evil in the house, then you have to
get rid of her.
You have to cut out all the cancer.
Yeah, she was so polarizing. I mean, at the start of the episode, she's like, I hate all the new girls. It's like, it's such a weird mentality to have in your mind. That's like, instead of trying to be the best person you can and thinking like one of us, I guess it's a competition, but thinking like, I want to be the best for Matt, you're stooping so low.
That's what insecure people do.
Yeah,
it's like the whole thing. It's like if you're a figure skater, instead of thinking and training to be first place, you go and whack someone's knee out from under them. And you try and take it that way.
Topical Tanya Harding reference.
I saw I, Tanya last week again, and I loved that
I heard
movie.
It was really good.
Love that movie.
It's like if you're trying to become an Olympic figure skater in the 1994 Nagano Olympics. And you whack Deborah Messing behind the ear.
Yeah, right.
Deborah Messing.
Is it Deborah Messing?
No.
Who's the?
Not Christine. Oh God, I just saw the movie. I don't know.
I don't know. She won the silver medal. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So like, it
She's from
didn't work.
Massachusetts.
She is. Yeah.
Not Tanya. Tanya's from the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah, she's from like
Bama.
Somewhere like that. She's actually from Oregon, but I think she moved partway through her childhood.
Figure skater from Bama.
I don't know, dude. She's white trash.
She is Nancy Kerrigan. That's why I couldn't think of it.
What was the name that I said?
Messing.
You said Deborah Messing.
I don't even know who Deborah Messing is.
She was in Will and Grace.
I've never seen Will and Grace.
Not even
Redhead.
I don't know where that reference came from at all.
But anyway, yeah, that's what it's like.
But the biggest issue in all of this, right? And I thought it was going to be a bigger issue, and I think if Victoria had managed to stay, it would have been a massive issue. Matt's talking to Victoria, right? And he's like, yeah, like, what I heard is that you were calling Ryan a hoe and, like, other shit.
Yeah.
Victoria's like, that's completely out of context. And he's like, I don't know what context that calling someone a hoe makes sense. And that's just kind of how it was broken to me by, who was the girl that told it to him?
Katie.
Katie. No, it was Katie.
Oh,
Katie.
Okay.
He's like, oh, like that's just the way it was told to me by Katie last night. Is that there's sort of like a culture of bullying, and immediately as he did it, like you could see her eyes like laser in, like she was just like, she's like, Katie said that. Oh, okay, it's interesting that Katie would say that. It was just like Matt, idiot move. And then again, I don't think he really had
Anonymity.
You never reveal your source. You can't reveal your source ever.
That's how your sources get
As soon as that
whacked.
happened, I was like, it's like, Katie, you've been compromised. You got to get out of there.
Which is so funny because Katie has been the person throughout who's been kind of like the clean person throughout the season because she's the one who went to Brittany and basically like got
Well,
the
remember
whole story.
she a couple episodes ago she got baited into doing some stupid bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The whole
and
Brittany
she's
thing.
been better since then.
Yeah.
That wasn't Brittany before that.
No, it was.
Yeah. Whenever
new girl.
she went in, like
it was Brittany was the new people were coming in.
No, it wasn't.
Oh no, it wasn't Brittany. It was Sarah.
Yeah.
it was Sarah.
sorry, you're right. But she did do the cleanup for that, and it was like actually I'm having a tough time with my dad, and she ended up leaving the show for it. And Katie's still around, and it's unfair that he threw Katie under there, but Victoria's gone, so it doesn't really amount to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of great things happen, also Rachel, the one-on-one date. We had 2 one-on-one dates. First one being Rachel.
Yeah,
When-
we did just skip a whole rose ceremony.
I mean, was it really?
That wasn't really that much to happen. I mean, there wasn't even that much to happen, but I mean, like
Victoria got kicked. That was
She
the big
did.
thing.
Victoria
say
was out in the
goodbye.
rose ceremony. Lauren was out in the rose ceremony.
Yeah, this is the
I don't
four
remember
we
anybody
said.
else. Mari.
Mari,
Mari
Catalina.
Catalina. Yep. And
Victoria left without saying goodbye to Matt, basically.
Anna. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Well,
when we got the whole thing.
she said something. She's like, "You're making a big mistake." Blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
you're
blah.
making like a huge mistake by staying.
And then he
or
just
something like
he
that.
just gave her that ice, man.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just stared at her.
Straight ice.
I mean, there's nothing else you can do there, but yeah. So back to what I was saying. We had the great one-on-one with Rachel. I think it was probably the best one-on-one date of the.
I told you
season so far.
I told you guys she was gonna be sticking around.
Rachel.
You say this. You had her in your middle of the pack.
I know because I said it because
I had a lot of confidence. in
well
her.
no go back to the first episode. Listen to it.
Yeah, but your most recent.
I've recency bias when it
so,
comes to this
so
stuff.
showed your lack of confidence.
Well, I just thought I hadn't seen her for a while. I put her in the middle of the pack. That's just kind of like waiting to pounce, you
That
know.
was literally all of our philosophies, and that's why we got ripped. People were like, "I can't believe they have Rachel ranked so low," and they were commenting that like yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, well, wait for tears. They're coming up.
We'll figure it out. We're just getting to know the girls a little bit better.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Does it sound like I'm eating jerky on the mic?
no, I can look at you and see you're eating.
I'm just the
I can
concern is
smell
that
the jerky.
dude, it's really. You want a piece?
So every other sensory except for audio. So you're good.
As long as you can't hear it, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine. I can hear it.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that date went really well. They went on a shopping spree. She kind of poured her heart out, and he reciprocated, being like, "Yeah, I think I could see something." Like basically was saying like she goes, "I could see something being long lasting with you. Like I love you and all that stuff," and him telling it to her back, basically in his words, which aren't the best, but his words nonetheless. And they had a great makeout session. It went well.
Yeah, their solo date. They went shopping. She got a shit ton of clothes. It looked like.
She got some Balenciagas.
Hate
No, those
sto-
aren't Balenciagas. Those are Louboutins.
Oh,
She got red bottoms.
I
I
hate
thought
stilettos.
Balenciagas were the red
or
bottoms.
whatever those heels were.
Stilettos?
Yeah, I
You
hate
just don't like
stilettos.
heels.
No. I'm fine with heels. I hate stilettos. Like, I guess it's because I'm in this city in Boston where if you wear stilettos,
Yeah, it's really tough for me when I wear stilettos. I always get them stuck in the cobblestones.
exactly. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
horrible. But you can't wear stilettos on bricks. I learned that 22 years into my life.
Well, I remember I was telling Spencer this during the episode. My first girlfriend, we went to a dance. She wears stilettos. I go, "You should probably bring flats. So after the dance, you can walk home or walk there." She said no, and I go, "All right, fair enough."
She just took them off at the dance anyway.
No.
Every girl that wears stilettos takes them off.
So she did it there, but she wanted to wear them back. Obviously, Boston is cobblestone, and 10 feet into walking outside, she broke one of them. It, like jabbed into a cobblestone, broke off, and she snapped. Didn't break her ankle, but sprained it for like 4 months, 3 months.
Nightmare.
I was like, "Oh, but I couldn't say I told you so because
It's a terrible thing to say to someone in pain.
it is even after.
Yeah, but for
pain.
this one, I'm surprised he didn't say it.
I can show restraint if it's someone I was loving at the time, and I'm like, But she knew. She knew that.
See, I respect a good shoe game, but Boston's not a good city for stilettos.
Not a good city for anything shoe related because the weather sucks 8 months a year.
Yeah, but you can, you know, it's not that like muddy and stuff. You can like
a good
wear.
thing I
I
like
wanted to wear
sneakers.
nice shoes here. I was going to put together a nice outfit for this. I was going to show out for the people.
I
And
did
here
put-
I am in a pink shirt. I got joggers on. I got no shoes on because I had to leave my boots over there because they're covered in slush.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are we doing here?
I'm at my
Why do
own
we- what-
apartment, so I put on some nice boots instead of my snow boots.
You're
before we
allowed to
came
do
in.
that. You're allowed because listen, you didn't trek through the slush in those. If
No,
you
I
did,
do.
you wouldn't be wearing them.
I do
now.
wear these outside though.
I'm saying that they don't have slush on them currently.
No, they don't. My snow boots are over there.
Exactly. So we are We've now diverted super hard for no reason. I forgot what we were even talking about. This jerky is pretty.
We're talking about the fat. We're talking about stiletto heels. Yeah, it's not bad jerky.
Yeah, but the thing is, I just don't like stilettos. I like thicker base heels because it just makes me feel more secure for the person I'm looking at. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just something mental where I'm like, why are you wearing stilettos? That's so dangerous.
Yeah. Or it's also something where like the girl that I'm with has to be pretty fucking short to wear stilettos around me.
Do you have that? Do you like have that thing where like you don't want a girl to be
No,
taller
but
than
no,
you in
no,
shoes?
no. It's something where just
Well,
girls that have to be that I maybe I impose that own thing that I have in my own head on and assume that that's their opinion towards it.
I mean, that's kind of what you just said. Yeah.
No,
that's-
what I'm saying
Spencer
is
does not have this problem.
what I'm saying is that I'm not insecure about it. I'm saying that I think they might be weird if they put on stilettos and were taller than me. I think that they think that it goes me into thinking there.
That's super solid right there. That's what
I mean,
that
it's
is.
all. Here's how it comes out at the end of the night. It's like by the end of the night, they're still going to be shorter than me. You know what I mean? Also, I don't even have that problem of someone being.
Well, I forgot what the stupid awful joke is. Like all girls are like 5 feet laying down or something like that. It's not that funny, and I think I said it wrong.
I think I know which joke you're talking about.
Yep.
So. But yeah, no, I've never had that problem.
We're the same height.
I know. That's why I'm saying like I don't mind.
I have never had that problem.
I've never slept with a girl that's taller than me. I don't think.
Really?
Mm-mm. At least not significantly noticeably. No.
I haven't
have.
either, but that
I mean, I'm 5'9", so like it's not like I'm not extremely short. I'm not
No.
tall.
No,
And
we're
there
average.
aren't that many girls that are that much taller than me.
No, because we're both 5'9", the percentiles for girls in America over that height are like 5 to 10%. You know, it's a very low population.
Yeah. And maybe it's me and I just don't look for girls that are taller than me, period. That I've kind of never looked into it, but
Fair
I
enough.
don't know.
I note it because it's very rare for
Yeah,
me.
a girl that's taller than you is
A WNBA player.
Yeah. The day with Rachel went well. When Rachel came back in with like 10, 12 bags on her arms and she was like flaunting her red bottoms and shit, these girls were steaming hot.
Yeah.
They were pissed. Really, I think that's when it sunk in for a lot of them that like, oh, we're all dating the same dude.
Yeah.
Like we're all being actively cheated on. We have to be okay with it. For as long as this show goes on, we all have to be okay with being cheated on consensually.
You just have to be confident in yourself.
In a show setting like that, I told you, I am not cut out for a dating show.
It's just weird. Anyone that goes into that,
I-
you've never experienced
I don't
dating like
fight
that
for
before.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and if anything pissed me off like that, if I was really into Tasha or something, and I am, if I was on The Bachelor and like I was competing against a whole bunch of dudes for Tasha, and Tasha showed another dude like affection, or like God forbid, like stole a kiss on the cheek or something, I would be out of there in no time because I have no drive in me. I have nothing in me that says you should probably fight for this. I don't care. It's got me pretty far as is. And this is the whole not caring thing.
You just gotta put in the drive. You just gotta put in the work. You
No.
don't have to like do a bunch of stupid bullshit like these people.
Caring isn't cool. It's not cool to care.
To a certain point.
It's not
I'd
cool
say.
to care.
I'd say to a certain point, caring in like a relationship is a little bit more than not caring in a relationship.
People like it when you cook for them. That's all I'm saying.
I've cooked for the last girl I cooked for. I realized I'm just not cooking for anybody anymore. I'm cooking for me.
Mm.
I'm a great cook. Fabulous. I'm a great cook.
I have yet to taste your food, but
I've been perfecting my cheesesteak, and my cheesesteak is dynamite,
Ooh.
bro. I'm doing some salmon meal prep stuff later this week. I've got some lemon pepper sort of arrangement that I'm putting together on it. It's gonna be delightful.
Oh, it sounds nice that you're cooking all alone by yourself.
Cooking for one.
Yeah.
I thought of a business idea
It's
that
cool
I think
for testing recipes.
it's fine. Yeah, and I always eat for two anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I thought of a really good idea, and it's something. Fuck it, I can't do it anymore because it's like I'm not in college. So any of our college listeners out there, feel free, take my idea. It's a $1 million idea. You can have it for free. What they should have on like college campuses and in like younger people communities is basically like a food share program. So like when I buy a carton of eggs, right? Usually I waste at least about 4 of those eggs. I don't eat a full carton, like hardly ever. Or like milk or sugar or anything like that, or things where I really only need it for like one recipe one time. Most of the time I just do whatever. I just kind of like cook, or I just do takeout or like microwave meals or whatever. In like a smaller social environment like that, it's definitely not COVID friendly right now. Absolutely not. But in a non-COVID world, you could just buy I could just buy like a carton of eggs and then just divide it into like 4s or sell it by the single egg or whatever to on a college campus in like a co-op situation. So people have enough for the recipe. There's no food waste. It eliminates food waste and it's more efficient because it'll be cheaper than buying the full product.
Okay.
You're looking at me like that's not a good idea.
No, that's a good idea.
I just think the process of getting that all together would
He
be
just
like
doesn't
No,
like
it wouldn't.
sharing with
No,
people.
it
no,
wouldn't.
that's not it. That's not it. It's the fact like the whole process of that on a college campus, like you can barely get people up for class. You're gonna expect them to deliver or like have an egg. Like, hey man, here's an egg for what, 10 cents?
No, that's not what that. No. I would have my own company, my own
Okay.
service doing all of the division delivery product publishing of like what you can get. People just place an online order
Okay.
and the stuff will be delivered to their door.
That makes sense. When you said food sharing, I thought it was like in
No,
like
it's
how
not. It's
Uber
not.
Eats
It's
is,
not
in
like
their own
everybody come
hands.
down to the common room, grab yourself an egg.
A singular egg.
No. Like it's something where, I mean, the idea sounds ridiculous now in a COVID world. They're like, how would you even do that and deliver everything, still have it be safe? And it's like before I don't know. It's an idea that has been sitting front of mind, but I'm not in college anymore, and it's weird for me to hang out on college campuses as a 23-year-old.
You know,
Yeah.
I always, I'm technically still a college student.
But you're not. I'm talking about like an undergrad situation.
Okay. I can never have enough eggs. Like every time I I get a bowl of ramen with an egg in it or something, I eat the egg. I'm like, I want more egg. It always happens.
It's
When I
relatable.
fry up
That's
some eggs.
relatable content right there.
I want more eggs. I always want at least one more egg.
That just sounded a little bit more of obsession towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want more eggs.
Well, dude, that clipped so hard, like so hard.
Yeah.
What time is that at?
8:30.
No, 27:30.
That is not how we are keeping
that
track
clip
of
is
this.
so hard. I might mute your mic when that went through. I don't know if I can fix that one. I'm
Yeah.
dead serious. I don't think I can fix that one.
Sorry.
It's all good. We'll learn.
Ah.
Episode 5, still learning. It's a learning process. There's a group date in this episode.
Yeah, and that's where the whole MJ and who did he go into kiss? Was it?
So like they were all on a thing. So like it kind of led up to that a little more because MJ was trying to stand out on the group date by like doing stuff.
I forgot that was later on. Yeah.
So she was like she like went up and she was trying to like trying to stand out and make Matt like notice her. So it's like she was volunteering for stuff. I think she volunteer for first? What was she doing? Like
The cow, like or horse.
oh no, she went to like milk a goat or something like that.
Was it
and,
milking
like,
the goat or clearing the stables? Was her?
no, I was milking a goat. They were all clearing the stables and stuff.
Okay.
She was milking a goat, and then she went and was fucking what was she doing? Chicken. She was like feeding a chicken or something. Like
I don't know.
that.
Those cuts were very fast.
Yeah,
I
it
was
moved fast.
losing track.
She was like feeding a chicken or something like that, and like that she was pretending to be like super afraid and like maybe not pretending, but like definitely playing up like how like oh my god I can't do anything, like they all hate me, like I'm not cut out for this, I'm just a city girl, like that type thing.
Oh, yeah. And the other thing about this is when Matt was like, I'm a country boy from Raleigh, North
From
Carolina.
Raleigh.
Raleigh is like the biggest city in North Carolina.
Absolutely.
I was like,
You can still be quote like I still believe that there's some element of you can be like a country boy in like Dallas.
Yes, you can, but Raleigh is just like not like unless you move like an hour outside of Raleigh, like there's no like farms around.
Oh,
that area.
absolutely.
So when he said,
He said he grew up working on farms. It might be the thing where like I say I'm from Boston, but I'm from south of Boston. Even 30 minutes south of Boston,
It
I
could
could have
be that.
I could have worked on farms growing up. Like that could have been an option if I really wanted to.
It was just such a weird thing for him to say. It's just like Raleigh. I'm such a farm. It's like if I was like, I'm from New York. I'm such like a
Yeah.
nice like cow herder. It's just such a weird thing. But I just thought that was weird. But as you were saying with MJ,
Yeah, she was playing everything up super hard, and like some of the girls were noticing and being like, okay, MJ, like you're trying to be a little too ditzy here. Like you're like, and then anytime she was doing it, she was getting Matt's attention. She was pissing the girls off more or whatever. Blah blah blah. Matt like threw something at her or something like that.
an egg, and she didn't even like try to. She just kind of caught it like that. And anyone who's ever caught anything sensitive,
You have to brace.
yeah, she just was like, she might have even gone a little
Pillowy.
up to make
Yeah, she
sure.
went
crack.
pow, and it just like punched out of the
She
air.
immediately beeline to Matt.
She was
to
just
try
like
and
sprinting
smear it on
after him to be like,
to try and spread
blah,
the
blah.
egg.
She like chased Matt through like this like covered bridge tunnel thing. She got to the end of it. Matt's a former college athlete.
The eggs have
he's
returned.
He's pretty fast. He ran all the way straight through, ran directly into Piper's like DR interview, like her like one-on-one with the camera, and starts like aggressively making out with her. Like no question, no anything.
For too long.
Too long, but not even like he can do whatever he wants. She and then like MJ finally got to the bridge, looked through and was like, "Oh, I thought I was flirting. I thought we were flirting." She's almost to the point where she was like, I think she was probably sitting there going like, "That should be me. Like we should have gotten to that point. Like
Yeah.
if I had chased him all the way through the tunnel."
Well, I agree. That's why I'm saying he's getting too comfortable. Because I said to Spencer, it's the equivalent when you're at a party, right? And you're talking to a girl, and she's obviously attracted to you, and you're like, "Hold on, let me go to the kitchen, grab a beer." You go into the beer, and it's like she came in after you, and you're making out with a different girl. Like it's like the same exact thing. It's like she thought she was like getting you. It could have been someone else, not you, obviously, but like she thought she was getting you. She walks in like she's now for a shot. She's like, "I thought that was my time tonight." You know, it was just such a weird thing to see, like in real life, because he wasted no time.
Absolutely not. It was like he knew who was on the other side of the bridge. Like, he was looking for any excuse to run through. I'll be honest though, that scenario that you just painted has never happened. Or no, maybe not has never happened. Often happens in reverse.
I mean, yeah.
It's usually like I'm talking to a girl, I think we're hitting it off. She goes into another room, and all of a sudden she's making out with another dude.
I mean, yeah, but at that point, then you just start making out with another dude yourself.
Absolutely.
You steal him back.
Yeah.
And you're like, you take that woman. Should have been for me. I get him.
This is very specific.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Again, relatable content. We're creating relatable content.
Yeah. I'm pretending
Relatable
like I've been to parties. I've never once.
Oh, I've seen you at a party. I know you've been to a party. Bannister Andrew.
Thank you. We're not getting into
No,
this.
I'm not going to tell that story tonight. Another
Because
time.
it's not funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's
Dude,
too,
it's just not a funny story.
I burnt myself on fireworks last year. Why is that not now the new one?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Okay, there we go. We're not going to do that one either.
That's not a funny story. You know what's really not good podcast material is
Inside jokes you can't explain
inside
fast.
jokes that are like just not even like
Oh, I'm not saying I'm going to tell it right now, but
okay. Good. Yeah, so MJ starts freaking out a little bit. A bunch of the girls start freaking out because even more of them. This is like furthermore hammers home the point that like they're all dating the same dude. Because I think even Abigail says it. It's like it feels like I'm dating a dude and he's dating 10 other dudes, 10 other girls.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's 100% what it is.
I mean, that's the
Indeed.
synopsis of the show.
Yep.
I mean, they knew what they signed up for.
So after the group date, they go to the whatever reception thing, cocktail party, not cocktail party, but the thing they do after the group date where they just like
The
debrief.
after party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abigail talks to Matt. Stop putting that down so loud. Every single time I can hear it. Can you guys not hear it?
No.
I can hear it every single time in the mic.
What do you hear? Like a slam?
I hear
Or-
a slam on the table.
I didn't
I-
slam.
I hear it in the mic.
I didn't hear that.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we'll listen back and see anyway.
Okay. I thought you guys could hear it. Sorry, that's my bad. I didn't mean to freak out like that if you guys couldn't hear it. I thought if you could clearly hear how loud it was, that I would be like, "Come on!"
I didn't put it down hard.
No, I know you didn't. It's the sound. It's reverberating through something, or maybe I'm just hearing it loud. I don't know. Abigail talks to Matt. She thinks that she's falling out of favor with him, and she hasn't talked to him. Blah blah. She tells him that her dad walked out on her and her family. She says that if she has kids, they'll probably be born deaf.
So she was born deaf. It was hereditary, is what I'm getting from that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what she was saying. Is like there's a good likelihood that my kids are going to be deaf too. So I just wrote in the notes heavy period
Well, at least
because I had nothing else to say.
well, at least like she already knows sign language.
Right? Yeah. I think I don't even know. I don't know any. I don't have any deaf friends.
No,
I don't know any. I don't.
I don't really think you'd get along with deaf people.
Yeah, my humor doesn't go over well. My humor is really something you got to hear. On paper, it doesn't sound nearly as good.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
But no, I don't even know. Like, I don't think I've ever really met that many deaf people. Period.
There were 2 that went to my school.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of quiet.
It's not. It's if you know how to
It's
read
a
lips.
fabulous joke. No, that's a fabulous joke. Riddler was sitting. I
Thank you.
completely missed it. It went right over my head. And I was like, oh, well, they were kind of quiet, huh? Interesting. Maybe you weren't that good friends with. That's awesome. That's a good one. I like that.
Thank you.
You were saying, Spencer?
I was just gonna say, from the deaf people I've met, it's not really that big a deal, you know.
It isn't, but I would clearly know because I wouldn't be able to communicate with them.
That
my
I
fault.
could
That was
heard.
my fault. That was
Heard
my
that
fault.
one.
That was my fault.
Well, anyway, nowadays, like she can hear fine. I'm pretty
She has
sure
a- she has a cochlear implant.
Yeah, implant. So like I'm sure early on her kids could guess. Well, like I know kids like same thing with like eyeglasses when you're 1 or something where they could like somehow figure out their prescription. I'm sure they'll be able to do it when kids are young.
You're talking about blind people that have glasses?
Yeah, like will they be
Yeah,
able to
yeah,
fix
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
I love like some of my favorite like wholesome videos that I used to watch a lot were like when babies first got implants of like anything.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, that's what that sounds
Yeah,
like. I
right.
thought this was how the world was supposed to sound.
Like
Okay.
when Tommy gains his sight.
Yes.
All right, we got 5 minutes. We're gonna run through this shit. Matt talks to MJ because her name was thrown out as an antagonist earlier on in the last episode, or later in the last episode. Her name was thrown out as sort of that like mean girl clique or whatever. What MJ had been saying was that the OGs or whatever are like varsity, and that the new girls are like JV, and that's interesting to me for a couple of reasons. The main reason being that like they do understand it's only been four show weeks.
Yeah.
We've got 4. This is technically the 5th, but it was a problem last week, so we're gonna call it 4 show weeks.
Yeah.
That's probably 12 to 14 days real time, maybe less.
Yeah, I don't know how they do the weeks here. Is that
It's
like
not
every-
it's not a full week per
it's like
episode.
4 days.
It's probably 3, 4, 5 days per episode. Because they do like probably one thing a day. So like when they do like a solo date, like Matt's not going on a solo date and a group date and everything all in the same day.
That makes sense. And I'm sure they have break days as well sometimes.
Yeah, they probably have a day off to like set stuff up, or like a mental health rest day for Matt or something like that. Fuck it, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy,
I get what
needs
you're
it.
saying though. It's a short time.
It's 2 weeks really. I'll go ahead and I'll expand it to 14 days, and 14 days is longer than I think that time is. What do you mean OGs and new and new people? What do you mean JV and varsity? You're not there much longer than anybody else. You've been able to establish a relationship for probably 10, 11 more days than
Yeah.
these new girls had. Like, what do you mean? How much of a relationship do you think you established in 10 days? Apparently a lot. Or you're just looking for any possible reason to discriminate yourself from somebody else.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's a thing. It's the Dr. Seuss thing with the stars, the stars in your belly or whatever, the star belly sneeches.
Yes. There. Wow. It was a great pull.
I was sitting there and I was watching and I was just like sitting on the surface. I just like ripped it out of the water. But yeah, so like that's the whole thing, is just like really any reason to discriminate yourself from anybody else. It has to be it, right?
Yeah. It's the
It's
same. It's
any reason to deflect the fact that you haven't been able to cultivate anything
connection.
with this guy.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it's also a thing of power too. Like they want to feel like they're above the other person. It's the same thing. Like, have you ever like been into an activity and someone, a friend or acquaintance, has been in it for maybe 2 weeks longer or something,
Yeah.
and they act like they know everything when you're starting to learn it as well,
Mhm.
just by coincidence, and they'll go, "Actually, you're doing it like super wrong." You're like, "What? I would talk. I'm not condescending. You just learned how to do this."
Well, it's
a
just
week
kind of funny
ago."
because they're getting a power trip, you know, like leading over this fucking group of girls. But like, if you're not like a good person, you don't cultivate anything with Matt, you get booted, which is what happened to them.
I'd argue half of the new girls have a better relationship with Matt than most of the old girls.
They
I
do.
mean, Brittany
Yeah.
and who's the other one? I can't remember the other one now.
Oh,
Ryan.
Ryan was at my going home last week.
She
and
has a
she
decent.
stayed.
I can't remember.
She's
who the
been
other
she's
one
been
is.
okay. She was the one that I thought she was the one that Matt was making out with. Michelle. Michelle's the one he went on the hot air balloon thing with.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I'd have to argue they're not I mean, obviously not JV and V. Like, I just think they're all in there at the same time together. I don't think Matt has discriminated new versus old. If anything, he's probably preferring like,
The new
and
people
old.
not being.
He's been nicer to the new girls because they keep getting shat on.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've become a sympathetic
It's like,
part
what are
of
you
the story.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's terrible game
It's just
strategy.
perpetuating it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
But Jasenia is the one who, after MJ comes back, because MJ was talking with Matt, and she basically said, like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I would never say anything like that. She goes back into the group, and she was like, I don't know who said this about me, but you better come forward, or else we're going to have issues. And then Jasenia's like, yeah, I said it. What you going to do? And MJ said, I don't even remember MJ just started getting super defensive and deflecting and being like, just because you're saying it louder doesn't mean that you're right. And that's my least favorite. Whenever someone's on the losing side of an argument, they do that whole like fake go high thing, where like when you go low, I go high type.
What do you mean? Oh, like
Anytime anyone's losing an argument
Like
and they
yelling
immediately
about how
resort
they're
to like,
being
whoa,
attacked.
calm down, bro. Like, calm down. What's the issue? Like, there's no issue. You just gotta calm down. Come on, relax.
I will say, if you're already yelling in an argument, you've visually to everyone else have already lost that argument. You know what I mean?
Listen, I know the strategy of it. It
Yeah,
just pisses me off.
Yeah.
It makes you want to yell.
Yeah. I understand your emotions.
I
behind
had an old roommate do that shit.
I don't like when I don't like when
that dude
people-
owes me so much money, and he fucked me, and then I got in his face and got angry with him, and then he's like, whoa, come on, bro, calm down, like let's have a talk. Why are you being so upset? And I was like, you owe me $600, you piece of fucking shit. Regardless, I digress hard because I don't want to talk about my old roommates anymore.
Yeah. One last thing before we get to is we should say the one-on-one date with Kit was boring, but she did end up getting a rose.
Very boring date. I had that in my notes too. Very, very boring date.
Boring date.
Yep, boring bait. And
Icarus was trying to fly too close to the sun, but
I do
Matt gave her the rose too quick for her to fuck anything up.
MJ versus Jasenia is going to be the start of the next episode. Both of them brought their luggage.
They did.
Excuse me. Both of them brought their luggage to the room.
There was
They
a
were
rose in there, so one of them's going home.
One of them's going home. And my thoughts are about to come up very soon. So let's get right into tiers, folks. What do we think?
Yes.
Who's the first person? Abigail.
Let me.
I know I'm gonna dictate
So
us through.
Abigail's the first one
Yep.
because obviously
Yep.
I can't tell, but
Abigail.
she's I think going to Dale for me.
All right, yeah, I have her in my Dale as well. I think she's been in my Dale. I don't remember where I had her last week. I think she might have been almost Dale. Yeah, I think she was almost Dale for me. Spencer, where are you putting her?
She's going back to Dale. I think I moved her down last week after she was in Dale tier the week before.
Okay.
But she got a rose. She should be in Dale tier.
All right. I've got Bree up next, and let me just do a quick scan here. I'm still gonna put Bree in my Dale tier. I
Really?
yeah. I'm trying to think of anybody else here, and there are some high quality girls here. I still got her in my.
Oh, I'm
I still got her in my Dale. Yeah.
I'm limited. Yes.
Yeah, we have 2,
Okay.
2, 4, 4, and 4.
Yeah, you can only have 2 in your Dale, 2 in your almost Dale, and then 4 in every other category.
I'm keeping her in
down.
pretty darn good.
Okay.
I mean, we also didn't see much of her this week, so
Spencer.
What do you mean? Did
Bree.
Bree.
Yeah, but didn't Bree talk to Matt because of the fucking stripper thing?
She wasn't the one accused of being a stripper. That's Brittany.
Brittany.
Oh.
Okay. So she's probably gonna stay the same for you too.
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm gonna move her down to pretty darn good because I didn't see her that much this week.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do I have my week 4 stuff here? I do. Perfect. I don't have to rely on it as much. Brittany.
Brittany's going up to almost Dale for me.
That's very interesting. I'm gonna
Ditto.
have her in pretty darn good. Have her
Okay.
in my pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of special someones that I'm saving for my almost Dale, so she will go
Interesting.
into that category. And the competition at the top is pretty steep.
It is.
It's pretty steep, and it's making me reconsider my Brie choice. But I just think, don't get it twisted. Just because you didn't see her recently does not mean she's out of the running. Because Matt's not sending home anyone that hot. I don't think he's gonna do it.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he has. Look at all the girls that are gone.
Yeah, I agree.
Catalina's pretty hot. Sarah was hot, but she left on her own. And then everyone else who left before is like sort of a non-factor.
Fair enough.
So has Matt sent home anybody really that hot yet?
I don't think so.
Methinks no.
Spencer?
Spencer, you have her in almost Dale, right?
Brittany, yeah.
I have Chelsea. I'm putting her in pretty darn good.
Yeah, I'm putting her in the middle of the pack.
Even after her like talking with Matt and stuff like that this episode.
It was so heartwarming, but I just don't feel it.
All
I
right.
don't know, because I only have 4 spots, and I don't feel like she's pretty darn
I think
good.
I had her in my almost Dale last week. Spencer, what do you think?
I'm gonna put her in pretty darn good.
Okay.
She belongs there.
Perfect. Next is up is Jasenia. I'm curious where you guys are gonna put her. I already moved her, so I'm not gonna change after your guys' opinion.
I know Jasenia or MJ are staying. I'm putting her in middle of the pack. So
Okay.
obviously that's going to lean towards MJ going home next week.
Yep. Spencer?
I'm gonna put her in middle of the pack because I think MJ's gonna go home next week.
Yeah, my thing is a hedge too. So I'm putting her in middle of the pack, thinking that even if she doesn't go, she's gonna be only one step above where MJ was. So it's really gonna be like a +1 to my Bachelor golf score.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jasenia is middle of the pack for me as well. Katie.
Katie. God, I actually really like Katie.
I do too. She's pretty cute.
She is really cute, and I think she's a pretty high runner in this show. I think she's gonna be my other Dale. In all honesty, I think I'm cutting that early. I really think she's got something going.
All right, Spencer.
Which one?
Katie.
Katie. I'm gonna keep Katie in pretty darn good. I don't think she did that much to forward herself this week, but she also didn't do anything to back herself up.
All right. I had her in my pretty darn good last week, and I am moving her down to middle of the pack. And the reason I'm doing that is also a hedge. They showed in the whatever trailer for next week that her and Serena C get into it super hard.
Yeah.
And like a yelling match and stuff like that, and that usually ends up bad for one person. So while I will leave off where I'm putting Serena C for the current time being, I'm gonna go ahead and put Katie in middle of the pack purely as a hedge. So
Okay.
that's just good old fashioned strategy right there. Kit, where's Kit going?
Oh, pretty darn good. I mean, after the 1-on-1, she's better than middle of the pack. I think she's gonna stay around.
Yep.
And single date Rose might not mean much for Matt, but I think for the show, it's showing that like she's probably gonna be around through at least the next round of people.
Spencer?
I'll put her in pretty darn good, but Dicker's gotta watch out.
Yeah.
She makes her move too quick. Matt's gonna get pissed.
Yeah, I agree. She did look very eager.
Yeah, I'm gonna same deal. I had her in pretty darn good last week. I'm gonna keep her there. She's sort of on that cusp between me sitting there going like, oh, she might be almost Dale. I just think if we're limiting almost Dale to 2 people, there's 2 people that are gonna go in there. But what do we think for Maggie? Maggie's a real tough one. Maggie's a real tough one.
Tough.
Because this is I've got to do it. Oh no, I did it.
What'd you do?
I went and done did it. Yeah, she's lost in the shuffle. She fell from almost Dale last week.
This is so hard.
I don't want to do it. It's just like she's someone who's completely fallen off of my radar.
I think she is. Oh man, this is hard looking at the rest of the people. I think she's pretty darn good for me.
Okay.
I think she's staying there. I had her in almost Dale, so I moved her down 1, but I think she's pretty darn good. I think we're gonna see more of her next week.
Interesting.
I put her in the middle of the pack. I just never fucking see her. I don't think she's gonna go yet, though. There's too many people that need to go first.
God damn it! This is getting horrible.
I am actually regretting so many. of my
Dude,
people.
I'm thinking we're gonna get through this with enough time that I think we can make a couple reshuffles around. So we'll do it just the way it is. Set up your stuff, and then we'll have an opportunity to reorganize.
Okay,
Because I'm
all
looking at my list and going, I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. Because I don't even know who I'm gonna be able to get rid of. Fuck Michelle. I don't want to put you in middle of the pack, but for the time being, you're going in middle of the
I
pack.
have one slot left. It almost failed.
Yep.
She's going there.
Yep. MJ.
Oh, Spencer, where are you putting?
Oh yeah,
Michelle?
we put Michelle.
I'm gonna leave her in almost Dale. We didn't see a lot of.
Where'd you put Maggie, by the way? Did you say?
Oh, yeah, it's the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Okay. MJ, I'm putting in Lost in the Shuffle. I just think she's a casualty of going home early
Well,
next
we
week.
all put her there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Perfect.
MJ is
she's gonna
Bart
be it.
Dunskies.
Fucking Piper. What the fuck, dude? Actually, this isn't gonna be that far off. I don't think. Piper's gonna be my pretty darn good.
All right, same here.
All right, so the fact that Matt ran through the tunnel and like made out with her there was like a good sign because I didn't think that she had that much face time in the past few episodes.
I agree.
Spencer.
I had her in the middle of the pack, but I forgot she was the girl that was the victim of that.
That drive-by.
So I'm gonna put her in pretty darn good and move somebody down.
Yep, we're gonna do a little bit of rearrangement. I'm putting Rachel in Almost Dale.
Oh God. Oh, I only have.
Yep.
Oh,
I put
Yeah.
Rachel in Dale.
You have Rachel in your Dale too.
I believe Rachel
Okay.
since week
Okay.
one.
All right, she's going.
She's got the chillness.
She's going in
to
my
get
middle
it
of the
done.
pack. I have to. I'm just gonna keep with this and then the
What do you-
reshuffle.
wait,
No, we're gonna do a reshuffle. We'll do a step by step. You just like trade.
Yeah.
Trade.
Rachel is in my middle of the pack right now.
All right,
Oh Lord.
I don't want to do this one either. Ryan's is in my Lost in the Shuffle.
Yeah, I only have. One
It's so
spot
much.
left.
It's so much harder the way that we had it. We have established this to be right.
I'm not
Okay,
really
yeah.
having
Where you
that
can't
much
use
trouble.
like your free will and your own judgment. You have to be like, fuck it. Oh god, I have to trade this person from category to
I think
category.
that's a good idea though. We'll go through tiers and then we'll
At the end, we can just
reshuffle. We'll get like how about like a limited reshuffle we'll set next time. Is that
That's
good?
fine. It depends on how many I have to go through and do to make this all work again. And
Exactly.
then we'll set a baseline.
All
I
right.
put Ryan in the middle of the pack just because she talked to the boy this week.
She did. That was the one thing where like her and Matt had like actually established some sort of
So, like,
communication.
Maybe we'll see something more next week. But
Maybe we will. Serena C has to go on my Lost in the Shuffle. She was there last week. I think she's made such little of an impact on
she never
anything.
talks to the guy. She always just
She's skated
complains
through.
about
she
not
has
talking.
skated through every week since like the first week.
Yes.
Like she said, she's had almost no FaceTime with him. She's had no solo date. She's had no one-on-one situation that I can even remember seeing. So, Lost in the Shuffle, you go.
yeah. I put her in Lost in the Shuffle too.
Yeah.
Same. Okay. Serena P.
Middle of the pack.
What happened here?
So apparently you said there were 16. There's only 15.
There's only 15.
So this is a good thing though. So we're still gonna put 4 in Lost in the Shuffle, but this gives us more room to move people about.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So we can do 2, 2, 3, and 4, and then 4 in the bottom.
2, 2, 3, 4, and 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that sound better?
Yeah.
Because that'll give us some leniency.
All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna put her in Almost Dale for the time being. There will be a trade that's made.
Okay. She's in my middle of the pack, but yeah.
There will be a trade that's made, Spencer.
She's in my Lost in the Shuffle, and I'm not really sure why I put her there.
Okay, so now we've all established that
This
is
hard count is dumb.
Okay. So
No, it's not dumb. We're playing Bachelor golf.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
important that we all have the same rules.
Just because I won, you guys are changing the
You
rules.
won by 1 point.
You won by 1 point, you had 3 more girls. Your handicap was +3. And
Yeah,
you
because
won. You're
Just
And
because
no
you
Dale.
guys shat on me because you didn't. I didn't put anybody in Dale tier last week because I didn't think anyone deserved it.
But we did
And I
because
won.
That's how
we did
do
because
it.
it's the rules, dude. Someone's gonna win.
There were no rules.
All
You
right,
did
well,
not tell me about
okay,
any
well, going forward,
rules.
the our rules.
Now
So,
we're establishing rules now.
okay, so all of us have 4 and pretty darn good. We now have to move 1 to Lost in the I have 3 in Lost in the Shuffle. So I need to put 1 more there and move people around.
I'm actually gonna make 2 changes. Okay, so I'll make a change first, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move Chelsea to middle of the pack, and I'm gonna move Michelle to Almost Dale. And what that means is my next move, I have to move someone down from Almost Dale to pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, no, I need to move someone from. How does that work?
So
2, 2, 3, and 4.
and 4, yeah.
Oh fuck me,
2,
dude.
2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4.
This is like the hardest shit in the world.
Exactly.
How do I?
So what is the penalty if we have someone lost the shuffle and they don't go home?
They're.
Is that +1?
I didn't have it as plus anything.
Okay, so we're just calling it as a neutral thing?
Because if you get it right, your score would be 0.
Yeah.
And I was doing +1 for middle of the pack, +2 pretty darn good, +3 almost Dale, +4 Dale.
Okay.
So if someone in your Dale tier goes home, it's like a total loss. That's a double bogey.
Okay.
But if you the thing is like you don't get the opportunity to get a 0. You don't get the opportunity for the lower points if you choose someone lost in the shuffle and they don't go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I might hedge a bet doing that then.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now. Is just figure out maybe.
Okay. I know what I'm doing now.
Okay.
So I am moving Jasenia down to lost in the shuffle with MJ because I'm hedging that bet. So I'm playing with 3 in lost in the shuffle because I know one of them has to go home.
You have to put another in your lost in the shuffle though.
I already have 4: MJ, Jasenia, Ryan, and Serena C.
MJ, Jasenia, Ryan, Serena C. So
and then I'm gonna move Kit down to middle of the pack.
Interesting.
So I have Chelsea, Kit, Rachel, and Serena P in middle pack, and I'm now going to move Serena P up to where Maggie is, and Maggie is now middle of the pack.
Interesting.
Okay, I feel good about this now.
I don't. Spencer, what are your tiers? This might be a.
What are my tiers? What are my final tiers? All right, I think I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I got Abigail and Rachel and Dale. I got Brittany and Piper and almost Dale. I got Katie, Kit, and Michelle and pretty darn good. I got Jasenia, Maggie, Bree, and Chelsea in middle of the pack. And I got MJ, Serena C, Ryan, and Serena P in Lost in the Shuffle.
Serena P in Lost in the Shuffle.
I didn't see her this week, like, at all.
Fair.
That is fair.
Because I will say, I mean, Serena P took a pretty hard dive for me as well. My Dale tier is Abigail and Bree. Almost Dale is Rachel and Michelle. I think Michelle is an almost Dale material. She was someone who I just couldn't find a way to place. She was basically the bracket buster for my entire tier because I was like, she needs to go in a high rank. There's no reason for her not to be. But I couldn't find room for her. So I had to make room in almost Dale. In the process, had to move Serena P down to middle of the pack. Now in my pretty darn good is Brittany, Kit, and Piper. I think all 3 of those are not really at risk of going home this week, so I'm pretty safe there. Jasenia is a hedge because either her or MJ will go home. Katie is a hedge, or Katie might go home because I saw her in the promo and she might go. Chelsea has a good relationship with Matt. She's only in middle of the pack by way of circumstances that I had a limit at how many people I could put higher.
Dumb.
Serena P, same deal. Should be higher, just can't squeeze you into those that top 7. Lost in the Shuffle is Maggie, MJ, Ryan, and Serena C. I am confident in that final 4. The only one that I'm not that confident in, I would say, is Ryan.
I would say Maggie.
No, I think Maggie's ripe to go home.
Okay, fair enough.
Haven't seen her in 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now.
Fair enough.
Let's just we can. This is not subjective.
I don't know what the heck just happened. My mic just
flopped. So your mic just went flaccid.
Yes.
But yeah, so those are our tiers, and we got this done in under an hour, boy. Hell yeah!
That's right.
And you're welcome for getting that done in less than an hour. And I know it was a little bit of a tougher look because we had to move fast and skip through some stuff. So hopefully you got all of our commentary and got what you really wanted out of us. But we just want to make this a little more digestible.
Huevos.
The fact that we can take a whole 2-hour show and condense it into 1 hour with our own commentary and stuff like that, I guess is a feat unto itself. But I wouldn't call making like a 90-minute episode an accomplishment at all.
Yeah. But with these credits, we're probably going to be over an hour.
No, we're not. Because I'm going to move fast. So thank you very, very much for listening to episode 5 of the Bachelor Reality Wagon podcast. It's a blast, as always. Thank you so much for listening. You can listen on a few different platforms. We're on a lot of platforms, but I'll break down a few of the easy ones for the folks. On the podcast app on iTunes, that's my preferred listening method. On that method, you can give us 5 stars and you can give us a comment. Those go really far in helping us get through the rankings of Bachelor stuff. There's a lot of Bachelor podcasts, but we have something special that we bring to the table. We have a Spencer. There are very few that have a man who's willing to wear a leather cap on camera.
Right.
Very few are willing to actually go that far for the gag.
And I pull it off.
Is a way that you can say that if you want. Another way you can listen to us is on Spotify. Spotify's cool too. You can go ahead and follow us on Spotify. If you follow us on Spotify, you get automatic download to your device. It's the same thing as if you get a subscribe. You also get the automatic download to your device. You're smirking.
Yes.
Why?
I'm just waiting for you to finish.
Why? Because I'm talking fast?
No, you're doing fine.
All right, fine. We're also on YouTube too. That's at ANMC Studios. So that's Aaron, Nancy, Michael, Charles Studios. On that one, you can go ahead and subscribe to us. You can like the new videos when they go up. We're gonna try to get these videos up faster. We're gonna try and get the podcast up faster. I just want this to click in with an engagement a little bit more, with like the hype of the episode, like within the first probably 48 to 72 hours after the stuff ends. So definitely there. And we're coming up on it's gonna be like 3 seconds longer than an hour. All right. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Reality Wagon. Do the stuff there. You know all the whatever it is. All right, cool. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. My name is Anthony.
My name is Andrew.
My name is Spencer.
You talk too slow. We gotta leave. Bye.